Oh, okay. We did it. All right, title card. All right, let's go. All right, let's talk about the ups and downs of Far Cry 3, shall we? Oh, let's see. Let's start here. This game is excellent. And I think when it came out in 2012, I think it would be appropriate to consider it one of the best games ever made. It's, some of the stuff in this game might be routine now with the way that Ubisoft makes games, but at the time, it appears that it was a lot of it was revolutionary, and that's not just the open world formula stuff. We're talking about, let me turn this music down a bit. We're talking about the storytelling, the character, the voice acting, the technical prospects like the art direction, the sound design, the graphics, the physics engine, the combat. I mean, this is definitely a game that more than most, I get the feeling if I had played it when it came out, I would have thought it was like top 5 probably ever. Unfortunately, I did not play it in 2012, and it does not shine as brightly now, now that I've played 517 other games, that most of them came out between 2012 and now. Not all of them, but most of them. Some of the stuff in this game seems more routine now, but I recognize, just at the outset, that this game is revolutionary. This is before The Last of Us. This is before BioShock Infinite. This is before any of those games, any of the God of War reboot stuff or Red Dead 2. This is the earliest, maybe other than BioShock. It's the earliest example I can think of a game with really excellent storytelling. There are some others that are older, but in the modern era. So, and again, I just rattled off a whole bunch of things about this game that are great, objectively great. Like, you know, the storytelling, the technical stuff, the voice acting, the combat, the open world, all of that stuff, all the side content. However, I don't rank games based on how objectively good they are. I think this is one of the best games I've ever played. As far as how much I enjoyed it, because I've played newer games that have so here are the issues that I have with this game. The combat isn't super tight. It's a little bit floaty. It doesn't lack weight. Like it feels like the sound design and everything around the gunplay and the kickback and all that stuff feels good. It feels good, but the controls are a little bit floaty. Like they're somewhere between Call of Duty and Fallout, you know? So not bad, but not perfect. I had a little bit of trouble with the gunplay though, when it came to precision. The UI is, and this is understandable because they're packing so much revolutionary stuff into this game. I can tell that this popularized so much stuff that we just take for granted now. But all that stuff in the game to be one of the first games to have all this crazy open world stuff, this map where you can, fast travel around and skin all these animals and all that stuff. The UI is a little rough. It's not bad, but it's a little bit rough. I didn't understand a couple of things, like you can fast travel anywhere there's I guess they just unlock the fast travel points as the story goes on, but it doesn't mean you have to have gone there to fast travel. So the second half of the game, anytime the game sped way up because I wasn't doing any side content at that point. I did a little bit of side content at the beginning, but by the halfway point, I was done with all that, and I was just literally fast traveling to every spot on the map, even though I hadn't been there because the mission was there. And so the game started going by super fast. I wasn't compelled to do anything in the world anymore. That was an interesting choice. I thought it was a bug at first. As it went on, it became less and less clear that it was a bug. It may still be, but I doubt it. Seems like it was a feature. That's one of those. That's an example of one of those open world type of things that, like, they've pretty much agreed on the rules at this point now. You don't get fast travel points unless you've been there now. But I guess those rules weren't as clearly established when this game came out. So I just thought that was a little bit weird. Some of the missions were a little bit frustrating. I thought some of the parameters for the missions were unclear. There was a helicopter mission that bugged me quite a bit. There was a mission where you were supposed to... a lot of vehicle stuff. Actually, let's talk about that. The vehicles I didn't really like at all. They're obviously designed to be very realistic. And again, objectively, I have no complaint. Like, they're probably the most realistic vehicle traversal ever when this game came out. When you crash into something, your windshield cracks, your car can catch on fire and explode after a certain point if it gets shot up enough. The driving is very, like, it's like you're really on rough terrain. But at the end of the day, when it came to, like, fun factor, driving around in this game was not. The only time I mean, it made me motion sick. It was all over the place. You couldn't really see straight. I really wanted a third-person view, but I get it. This game isn't doing that because it's trying to be immersive. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't really, like, the only time I ever got in a vehicle is when I really, really needed to get somewhere quickly. So I didn't really, just a pure enjoyment factor, I didn't really love that. Really, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say here is that this game is not going to rank as high as it deserves. This game deserves, if I'm ranking by, when I rank every game I play against every other game I've beaten, if I were ranking by objective value, this would easily be in the top 25, probably. But I didn't enjoy it that much, and I think most of the reason that I didn't enjoy it that much has nothing to do with the quality of the game. Again, if I had played this in 2012, I think it would be one of my favorite games ever. But it's aged a little bit. It's aged a little bit. The controls aren't too bad, but the UI is a little off. The open world design is a little weird. It's just untested, you know. But I really do appreciate this game, and I did enjoy it. I just didn't enjoy it top 25 ever, you know. But it was fun. It was fun. I did enjoy it. All right. Oh, and let's talk about Voss, the final, or not the final, but the main character. I mean, I've heard people say this is one of the best villains, if not the best villain in any video game ever, and I get it. I was a little surprised he didn't get quite as much screen time as I thought he would, but he got enough. The story took some weird, I'm not going to spoil it, but the story took some weird directions toward the end. When it came to his character that I didn't expect, but I still thought that that character is awesome. All right, last couple orders of business here. The bottom center of the screen says that we've beaten 70 games in 2024 and 517 since we started doing this in 2020. Those numbers are now incorrect. We've now beaten 71 games in 2024 and 518 since we started doing this in 2020. Let's go. All right. Last order of business. Can you skip this stuff? Can we get back to that title card? Oh, it just throws you back into the open world, though. No, I don't want to continue exploring. Once we've got credits, that's it for us. All right, last order of business. No, I don't want... Last order of business. Far Cry 3, it has been fun, but we are now going to delete you from our console and never play you again. Bye, thank you. Awesome job. Awesome game.